queen. All right, Elizabeth, she has somebody to break in her shoes, but the rest of us, we have to rely on new technology. And that is what Ray Smith is going to come tell us about right now. He's making his way to the set of Lunch Break. Hi there, Ray.
Sort of squeezes.
And Emily's going to give you a day off, and you have come up with new technology that is going to help us all break in our shoes. And we're bringing some right up on set. Somebody's sneaking them up. He crawled on there. Tell us about, now I have always, as a woman, we've got men's shoes up here, mostly one woman's shoe. This has been a huge problem. What are the shoemakers doing?
Sure, some of them are putting in, this is a Stuart Weitzman shoe, for instance, and if you feel here, they've got latex fillers inside that's supposed to sort of add some cushioning in that area, because that's the area that really sort of squeezes.
And cuts in.
Exactly. So that's one thing they're doing. A lot of it has to do with cushioning technology. This is a Cole Haan shoe that also has some lunar lawn, what they call lunar lawn cushioning technology inside, but also in addition it has like flex grooves on the outside, so that when you're bending your foot as you're walking, you're getting that sort of breaking in, if you will. So that's another example of some technology that's taking place in the footwear industry.
Both men and women's shoes. Is there a difference where the shoes cut in on men's feet as opposed to, you know, on my feet?
Sure. For women, it's typically the problem area is the ball of the foot and the heel. And for men, it's usually around the toes, actually. So there is a difference. And plus, women tend to have less muscles in their feet. And so they don't have as hard a time breaking in shoes, or they shouldn't have as hard a time breaking in shoes than men do, because their foot obviously have more bones and more muscular.
Now I'm taking off one of my shoes right now. I'm just going to bring it up here. I mean, this is a Stuart Weitzman shoe, and this is one of the most comfortable pairs of shoes I've ever owned. It never cut my feet ever. Are they one of the brands working on some of this technology?
Stuart Weitzman, I just mentioned the latex filler for this one, but they have a number of, they have at least 4 different things they're doing with different styles of shoes. So you're onto something. There are brands that are renowned for sort of being more conscious of this than others. Manolo Blahnik is another women's shoe that is highly praised for some of their, and you wouldn't think that,
right? You think of like the women teetering on the pointy,
Right, and the thing about women's shoes, you obviously have to be more subtle with the technology than you do like with something like this, where it's very visible. So even in the Manolo Blahnik shoes, there is cushioning in there that you wouldn't necessarily see. It's not so visible, but you would feel it.
Are they advertising this? I mean, am I going to start going into the department stores or shopping online and seeing, you know, them advertising like, you know, you don't have to wait 3 months to not have blisters anymore? Is this something they'll use as a marketing chit, or will it just be subtle?
It will be subtle. In fact, this is something that shoe brands really don't like to talk about, because no one wants to admit that our shoes need breaking in.
Good point, right?
They may promote that our shoes are comfortable, but they won't sort of expressly say because it has this technology that we worked on in the lab. So they'll try to emphasize that there is comfort, but they may not sort of promote the idea of what I just explained.
Interesting. I kind of think they're wrong there. I mean, for me, it would make a huge difference. I'm interested in LL Bean sort of away, you know, from the real dressy shoe category. What are they doing to help on this front? Because a lot of people wear them, you know, kind of across the board.
Sure. LL Bean has a line of shoes called Hand Sewn, and I actually bought a pair of their shoes that gave me some breaking in problems, and it comes with this is like a disclaimer card warning you that their hand sewn series of footwear may hurt in the beginning, and that it'll take a while to break in and to stretch to conform to your feet. And I have to give them credit for at least letting you know that you're not the problem, that there is going to be an issue.
Acknowledging the elephant in the living room and then letting you know they're taking actions to correct it. All right, Ray Smith, he brought his shoe closet here with us.